Welcome to Training Bite Size. Today we're taking a look at one of the most significant workforce reports published this year, the first ever annual skills report from Skills England. Now, government reports don't always make for exciting reading, but this one contains some fascinating insights for anyone working in project management, change management, operations, digital transformation, or leadership. Because hidden within the data is a clear message. The UK has a growing demand for project planning and delivery skills, and that demand is only going to increase over the next decade. Let's start with the headline figure. According to Skills England, the UK will need an additional 1.8 million skilled workers by 2035. That's a 24% increase in the skilled workforce over the next 10 years. At the same time, employers are already struggling to recruit people with the right capabilities. The report found that 27% of vacancies are currently hard to fill because applicants lack the required skills. In simple terms, more than 1 in 4 jobs are proving difficult to recruit for. And many of these roles require professional qualifications and specialist expertise. In fact, 62% of the projected new jobs will require qualifications at level 4 or above. That's particularly interesting for project professionals because qualifications such as APM-PMQ, Prince 2 practitioner and Agile PM practitioner all sit at this level. But perhaps the most surprising finding wasn't about qualifications at all. It was about skills. Skills England analysed 150 priority occupations across sectors, including construction, digital technology, finance, healthcare, and manufacturing. The aim was to identify the technical skills employers need most. 3 skills consistently appeared across the entire analysis. One of those skills was determining project requirements and plans. Think about that for a moment. Out of hundreds of possible technical skills, project planning emerged as one of the most widely demanded capabilities across the UK economy. Not in one industry, not in one profession, across multiple sectors and occupations. That's a powerful signal about the value of project management skills in today's workplace. So where is this demand coming from? The report identifies several sectors that are expected to experience substantial growth over the coming decade. Construction and infrastructure tops the list, with an estimated need for 758,000 additional workers by 2035. The government's long-term infrastructure commitments include housing developments, transport projects, clean energy programs, healthcare facilities, and digital networks. Every one of these initiatives requires planning, coordination, and delivery. And in other words, they require project management capability. Digital and technology is another major growth area. The sector is expected to need an additional 731,000 workers over the next decade. Organizations across every industry are investing in digital transformation, automation, data, cybersecurity, and AI. Successful transformation projects don't happen by accident. They require structured planning, stakeholder engagement, and effective delivery. Again, project management sits at the center. Professional and business services are also projected to grow significantly, with demand for an additional 330,000 workers. However, there's an interesting challenge highlighted in the report. Training investment in this sector has fallen over recent years. Despite growing demand for higher level skills, this creates a potential gap between what organizations need and what they're actively developing within their workforce. And that's where individuals may need to take greater ownership of their own professional development. The report also highlights what it calls the missing middle. This refers to a shortage of people qualified at levels 4 and 5. The UK currently ranks 6th among G7 countries for these mid-level professional qualifications. That means there is a significant opportunity for professionals who already have practical experience but haven't yet formalized that experience through recognized qualifications. For many project professionals, gaining a qualification isn't about learning from scratch. It's about validating existing knowledge, demonstrating competence, and increasing career mobility. The evidence from the Skills England report suggests that employers increasingly value both practical experience and recognised professional credentials. So what does all of this mean? The message from the report is clear. The UK faces a significant skills challenge. Project planning and delivery skills are among the most sought-after capabilities across the economy. Demand is growing across construction, infrastructure, digital transformation, and professional services. And the need for level 4 qualifications and above is becoming increasingly important. These aren't conclusions drawn by training providers. They're findings from Skills, England's independent analysis of employer demand, labour market trends, and workforce projections. For anyone considering their next professional development step, it's worth paying attention. The demand for project management skills is real, it's growing, and according to the data, it's likely to remain that way for years to come. Thank you for listening to the Training Bite-Size podcast. If you'd like to learn more about project management qualifications, training options, or career development pathways, visit Training Bite-Size and explore our range of accredited courses. Until next time, thanks for listening.